Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Eric Rodebois. We are coming at you again from Ibagué, Colombia, which is a town about 3.5 hours by road or 20 minutes by air outside of Bogota. I think we must be a little lower because there are less clouds and the weather seems nice. We are actually at the Club Campestre, which apparently is a big golf course with lots of fun things to do here, but we haven't had a chance to do any of it because we're here to meet with potential clients with our Bogota associated law firm, Jose J. Vargas y Asociados. With me, I have Deirdre Nero, Nero Immigration Law, her own law firm in Coral Gables. 14 years of helping immigrants and companies navigate the U.S. immigration system. This is Carolina Garcia. Carolina is Colombian, but she's been in America. You have your citizenship, right?
Yeah, 17 years.
17 years. And she has her own accounting firm. And so the thing we have in common is that we all work together. So one of the things I want this video to be about is a reminder that this coming Wednesday, the 19th of July at 3:45 at the Coral Gables Museum, I am going to be presenting the Coral Gables Chamber of Commerce Impact Seminar. The topic of the seminar is what's next, or how to take your business to the next level. So if I had my dry erase board, which I always do for these videos, I would show you that businesses tend to have, and I think you guys might agree with this, they tend to have the same patterns, okay? So in the beginning, you're starting off and you're at nothing. Like you haven't even hired your first employee, maybe you haven't even sold your first good or service. And so that's like the planning stage. And some of the questions might be, how can I plan for taxes? Some of the questions might be, do I need to do anything special for immigration? People might ask me, should I do an LLC or a corporation? How about when I started hiring employees? What do I need to know that next? And so the beginning phase is a lot of questions and usually not much money. So the startups are usually, they're on a shoestring budget, as they say. Now, just as a rule of thumb, I like to say that a legal budget for starting up a company and doing things the right way is about $5,000. With $5,000, you can get all your contracts, you can get your terms and conditions for your clients, you can get an employee contract, an independent contractor agreement, you can have some money in the bank to negotiate a lease when you get your first office. There's a lot of things we can help you with. Register your trademarks, do your DBA. So in the beginning of a business, imagine on the little bell curve, it's going to start going up kind of fast, right? Because you're starting from zero. So that first client is, it's going up. And then, so typically, and every business is different, but let's say maybe the first 3 to 5 years is where you're going up at a pretty good clip. And you're quickly outgrowing your first office. You're quickly realizing you need to hire more and better employees. You're finding out that maybe there's revisions you need to make to your contracts. I'll give you a great example. When I do my employment contracts, I'm always looking to improve them because there's lots of different ways that we can do better. Or how about Deirdre, with your clients, how many revisions of your engagement letter have you gone through?
In 14 years?
In 14 years.
Probably 14 or more revisions.
So I think I'm at 4 years, and I think I'm at about 100 revisions.
No. Oh my goodness.
I did her client terms and conditions, and she was afraid that she couldn't, that her clients wouldn't sign them. And I said, if they aren't going to sign it, you don't want them as a client.
Oh yeah, I have my terms and conditions.
So then what we're really going to focus on in the Impact Seminar is not the startup phase. We're going to talk about when most businesses plateau. Because what will happen is you'll get to a point where there's only so many hours in the day, there's only so many people you can talk to in a week, there's only so many bodies you can cram into your office space, and so businesses tend to plateau. And at that point, a decision needs to be made. You either decide that you're okay with where you are, or you decide how you're going to get it off that plateau and go to the next level. So some people like to open a second location. Some people need to bring in investors to have the capital to maybe invest in that new factory. Some people, instead of investors, would rather borrow the money. So how are we going to borrow? We're going to borrow it from the bank. Some people, and this is actually really cool, will create a franchise of their business, which means that they'll stop selling whatever it is they're selling, and they'll start selling businesses. And so that's kind of like the take it to the next level conversation. It's perfectly okay, by the way, if you want to just fine tune your machine and stay at the plateau level. And then what we're going to do is we're going to finish the presentation with what is your end game. How do we either transition to the next generation? How do we sell your business? How do we maybe retire? This is obviously, all three of us are business owners. What we would all hope someday is that someone would pay us a whole lot of money to buy our business. So Wednesday, July 19th, 3:45 p.m. I'll see you at the Coral Gables Museum. Thank you very
You
much.
can register online.